Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Caspa holders. Thank you so much for your love. Let's take a look at what's happening with ICP's price as of November 7th, and of course, what we could be expecting as always. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. We're seeing a massive, massive green day across the board today. Double digit gainers throughout the board. I think, one of the best days so far in the month of November, even though I'm still not optimistic about this move. I still think Bitcoin needs to be above our confirmation zone, but we'll definitely take this move, especially the people that have been picking up the, retracement over the last few days. I'm sure are the ones that are really having a big smile on their face today, because like I said, there's some coins that are actually up more than 100% over the last 24 hours. Can you let that sink in? But let's take a look at what's happening with Caspa, up 17.5% right now. But again, a continuous reminder to you guys, look at it on a monthly time frame, still down quite a bit. Price of 5.3 cents, up 15.8% on the Bitcoin side of things, with the valuation at 1.43 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at 120 million dollars. But yeah, let's take a further look and see what's happening with the Bitcoin dominance. This right here, in my opinion, is the major catalyst behind a massive bullish day that we did see today. So you can see for yourself, dominance was sitting at 60.5%. We had a sharp pullback, and like I said, I'm highlighting this continuously. This is the main reason why we did see a lot of altcoins picking up that momentum that we're seeing right now. Bitcoin, on the other hand, yes, Bitcoin is seeing a bounce. It's not that Bitcoin did not see a bounce, but you need to understand, Bitcoin is not even at the level where it was on November 5th. We were sitting at about $105,000, and this move for Bitcoin has been because we did retest $199,000 once again, as we discussed in my market analysis update. We've seen a 4% move for Bitcoin, but you're seeing altcoins up way more than that today. Why is that the case? Because the dominance has seen quite a sharp pullback, which is, like I said, a major catalyst between these altcoins. And pretty much what this means is, profit from Bitcoin is going back into alts. Is this a fake out, or is this really the start? I think we need to look for confirmations, even though around these times we could be mega bullish. And like I said, I can relate to a lot of you if you guys are, really, really excited about this, because this is definitely, an exciting moment. No one's denying that. But again, time and time out, we have seen similar things in the past where you do see a market see, quite a big bounce, but yet, Bitcoin, picks back, the overall trajectory that it was in. And in this case, obviously a downwards trajectory, and dominance, pretty much goes back to where it was. Obviously, that is going to drag altcoins down. So again, I would love for this to be the start, but Bitcoin is far, far off from where it needs to be. Bitcoin needs to be in the 23.6 above our confirmation. But again, we'll see what happens. We'll gotta take it one step at a time, as always. But let's take a look at what's happening with Caspa. So Caspa's price, as I said, 5.34 cents. Obviously, on October, well, why am I saying October? November, 4th, I think 4th or the 3rd. Let's take a look. So November 4th, yeah. So you can see, the price of, the price of Caspa came down to 4 cents. Since then, quite a sharp move towards the upside. You can see for yourself, it has gone up 36.78%. A lot of people might be like, oh, well, Caspa is up 36% right now. This is crazy. But did you guys forget the move that Caspa has seen towards the downside? Literally just in September, we were sitting at 9 cents. Since then, the price itself, since just September, the price has dropped 56.48%. So even though this move is very exciting, we got to zoom out and really understand where the price of Caspa is at. And as of now, like I said in all my updates, nothing to be getting overly excited about yet. In Caspa's perspective, you need to see the price of Caspa above the key range before we could start, talking about whether or not this is a time to be getting excited. But a lot of altcoins are starting to show interesting movements. ICP is up quite a bit. You're starting to see Fedcoin making up. Obviously, Zcash, everyone knows, this thing is just going absolutely parabolic. Absolutely makes no sense. Well, I'm not okay. I should reiterate. It's not that it doesn't make sense why it's going up, but with the way it has gone up, it's absolutely insane. You can see for yourself, it's up 1,456%. That is complete madness. But see for yourself here, where the price of Caspa is currently sitting, we do have some key resistance coming in the way. And of course, this key resistance we've talked about on this channel before. If this resistance is able to break out, I think the 6 cents price point where we were prior to this major retracement could be reclaimed much quicker. So again, look at it for yourself. This is where we were on October 29th. I've talked to you guys about that key range, and we are only about a 12.27% move. If dominance continues to pull down, and let's say Bitcoin starts heading back up to the likes of $107,000, maybe touch back in the 23.6, which again would be a good sign. Obviously, if we get back up to the 107, still not. I'm still not optimistic, believe it or not, unless of course we get back to the 23.6 and start heading to our confirmation zone. But if dominance continues to show weakness here, I do project Caspa is about to reclaim back up, to the October 29th level, and that could be a good sign, indicating that maybe we are heading back up to some of these key levels. But again, step by step, that is still quite a sharp move towards the upside. It's not like a 10% move. So we got to take it step by step here. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Where do you see the price of Caspa going? And let me know whether or not you think this indeed is a reversal or it is a fake out. Let me know in the comments. Love you all. See you later in Crypto ZX and peace.